Hey everyone, and welcome to this special Trade Optima FX Deep Analysis Explainer. I'm super excited you're here with us today because we are tackling an absolutely massive topic. We're going to dive right in and look at exactly how to make that crucial, often difficult leap from taking consistent losses to actually generating permanent, sustainable profits in the Forex market.
That's right, and we really need to have this conversation. It's honestly heartbreaking to see just how many people struggle, and a lot of the time, it simply comes down to how they frame the market in their own minds. They step in totally blind, driven entirely by fear, and they just end up bleeding capital.
Which kind of brings us to a really fundamental question we have to ask ourselves. Is Forex trading a gamble, or is it a business? Because far too many beginners treat the Forex market exactly like a weekend trip to a casino. They have no idea if the market's going up or down, so they just guess, cross their fingers, and hope they get lucky.
Exactly. It's pure guesswork for them. But if you look at the truly successful traders, the professionals who pull profits consistently year in and year out, they literally never view it as a game of chance. They run their trading exactly like a highly structured, well-organized business.
And you can actually see a really distinct difference in behavior here. On one side, you've got the gambler mindset, right? Trading blindly, letting fear drive every decision, and relying purely on luck. But then, you contrast that with the business mindset that is professional, incredibly structured, and just fiercely protective of capital.
Oh, for sure. Shifting from that gambler mentality over to a disciplined, business-like approach is literally the only way true professionals survive. You simply cannot endure the Forex market long-term if you're just rolling the dice. You have to build a rock-solid business foundation, and that foundation rests entirely on three non-negotiable pillars.
So here is our professional roadmap for today's explainer. We're going to unpack these three foundational Forex secrets for you. Pillar 1 is risk management, Pillar 2 is emotional control, and Pillar 3 is custom strategy formulation. Let's just get right into the first one.
All right, pillar number 1, risk management, protecting your capital. Think about a traditional retail business for a second. If they run out of inventory, they can't make money. Well, in trading, your capital is your inventory. It is the absolute lifeblood of your entire operation. Without it, you're out of business. But time and time again, we see traders get blinded by sheer greed, throwing these huge lot sizes onto a single trade, hoping for a massive payout, and they inevitably trap themselves.
Yeah, and that greed is exactly what wipes people out.
But there is a golden rule of market survival that you absolutely have to memorize. You must strictly limit your risk to just 1 to 2% of your total trading capital on any single trade. It's that simple. If you have a bad day or, hey, even a bad week, risking only 1% ensures your account actually stays alive to trade another day.
Totally. And to actually enforce that 1 to 2% rule in practice, you absolutely must use stop loss or SL and take profit or TP. These are essential, automatic commands that close your trades at predetermined levels, so you never ever lose more than you planned to.
It is wild to me that people ignore these. Entering the live market without a stop loss and take profit is literally like driving a car down the highway with no brakes. I mean, it might feel fast and exciting for a minute, but a crash isn't just possible, it's absolutely inevitable.
That is such a great analogy. And it leads us perfectly right into our next section, which is Pillar 2, emotional control, or taming the trading mind. Because the harsh reality is you could have the most mathematically brilliant risk management plan in the world, but if you cannot control your feelings, your own psychological weakness will completely bypass those rules and wipe out your account.
It is the silent killer of trading accounts. We are talking about overtrading and revenge trading. Look, when a trader takes a loss, it hurts. The natural human reaction is anger. And in that anger, they immediately place consecutive trades trying to aggressively win back what they just lost. This toxic habit completely destroys a trader's focus and discipline. At that point, you aren't trading the market anymore. You're just fighting your own ego.
Right, so the crucial point is how we reframe that mindset. I love this saying, a true pro trader is like a tiger waiting patiently for its prey.
Spot on. A tiger doesn't run around the jungle frantically chasing every single leaf that moves, right? It sits quietly, sometimes for hours, totally ignoring distractions, waiting for the absolute perfect, high-probability moment to strike. The market will always be there tomorrow. There's no rush. Traders have to cultivate that exact same calm, patient mindset if they want to succeed.
Beautifully said. Let's move on to our third and final section here. Pillar 3, custom strategy formulation. Building your unique edge. We need to be really firm about this one. You have got to stop blindly trusting and copying random trading tips from social media.
Absolutely, because the reality is borrowed strategies just don't work long term. Why? Because the person you're copying built that strategy to fit their account size, their risk tolerance, and their unique psychological makeup. If you have a different emotional threshold or maybe a smaller capital base, their strategy is going to crush you. You really have to step up and build your own personal edge.
So, how do you actually do that? Well, you have to master a few foundational elements independently. You have to learn how to read price action. You need to be able to identify key levels of support and resistance on the charts. And you must understand basic economic news analysis so you know when the market is going to be incredibly volatile. Learning these core components gives you the power to create a reliable strategy that actually fits you.
And hey, once you formulate that strategy, you do not just throw it straight into the live market. Testing in a demo account first is an absolute necessity. A demo account lets you safely execute your strategy with fake money over and over again. You build your confidence, you iron out your mistakes, and you prove that the strategy actually works before you ever risk a single dime of real money.
Okay, bringing it all together now. The ultimate secret to consistent profits isn't some magic indicator. It's the combination of these three pillars: protecting your capital with strict risk management, avoiding panic through unbreakable emotional control, and applying your own unique, tested, custom strategy.
That really is the true recipe. So, as we wrap things up today, we want to leave you with this provocative question. Will your next trade be a frantic gamble, or will it be a calm, disciplined business decision? The choice is entirely in your hands. Stay alert, stay patient, and always protect your capital. We really hope this Trade Optima FX explainer has totally transformed how you view the market. Keep practicing these three pillars, and you are going to see the shift in your results. Make sure to follow Trade Optima FX for more advanced explainer content to help you on your trading journey. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll catch you in the next one.
Trade Optima FX thanks you. Please like, share, comment, subscribe, and turn on the bell icon.